Well, stupidity is flying thick and fast. USAID, organization that has provided food, medicine, every sort of help to people throughout the world. I don't know when they started, but for a very long time they've been doing this stuff, and they send bags of food and all sorts of stuff like that, and it says USAID from the people of the United States. Well, I guess that doesn't mean anything anymore. This is one of the organizations that, since World War II, we made a lot of changes after World War II. Let's go back a little bit and we'll talk about World War I. World War I, at the end of World War I, Germany was defeated. Okay, they were blamed for World War I, which may have not been true. It doesn't make any difference. They were told they had to pay reparations. In other words, they had to pay for World War I. And so they couldn't have an effective military. They couldn't have an air force. They were very limited in any other, I think 100,000 men was all they could have in their military. They did a whole bunch of things. This was going to stop these Germans from doing this again. The overall on this is we got World War II. And because we treated, and it wasn't the U.S. so much, most of Europe did this, but they treated Germany so badly that we ended up with the most destructive war we've ever had on this earth. More people died there than any other time. The numbers will never be known how many. Well, after World War II, we had the Marshall Plan. I think I've talked about that before. And we actually made a lot of sense after World War II. We started saying, we are not going to punish you for the war. We are going to bring you into our in with the rest of us. You can compete with us, you can sell us things, you can do all this stuff. Well, since then we've done a lot of things like USAID. Now, most of you, I'm going to call you idiots, nationalists, make America great again guys, all this crazy crap. You think that I have to win and you lose. And I've talked about this before too. Whatever you're dealing with somebody else, to heck with them, I'm going to take my stuff. Well, that's what got us into World War II, dummy. Mattis said it really good. They got a little video of Mattis here I'm going to show you about foreign aid and bullets. So go ahead and watch this, and we'll talk about it later.
That the international development budget is helpful to us in providing national defense for our country.
Yes, sir. I would start with the Department of State budget, and frankly, they need to be as fully funded as Congress believes appropriate, because if you don't fund the State Department fully, then I need to buy more ammunition ultimately. So I think it's a cost-benefit ratio. The more that we put into the State Department's diplomacy, hopefully the less we have to put into a military budget as we deal with the outcome of an apparent American withdrawal from the international scene.
When we send aid, to all these countries for all sorts of different things. It's disasters and all sorts of things like that that happen. When we send aid, we make friends. We make friends when we do that. Because of this thing, we're going to destroy USAID. It's a bunch of left-wing, terrible people or something like that. By the way, USAID has changed many times over the years. It usually adapts a little bit to each administration. But overall, it has still been a giving organization. A lot of very good people, experienced in what they do, going out and saying, America is the good guys. We're going to help you. So what do you get when you help other people? You get goodwill. Now, you can say, oh, it's not worth the money. We're just throwing a whole bunch of money away. Well, sometimes we are. But nothing ever gives back all you'd think it would give back. There's always failures. But to throw away that organization and we've frozen all the foreign aid. So, what do you think is going to happen when we do that? China's going to go in there. Now, China's not quite so good a guy as us. We come in, we don't ask for anything. We don't ask for you to mortgage your soul, so to speak, to us. China does. But they are going to go in there and they're going to start taking care of problems with disasters, and they will take over all the things that we have done. Because they know those things win. They will have strings with them. The dictatorships always bring strings. And they will essentially take over what we're doing. And it's not good like what we did. We have always said, we are here to help. You know, we'll bring in all sorts of things. We bring in these massive carriers when there's a disaster to provide hospitals and power and all sorts of things like that. We do all that stuff, and we don't ask for getting paid for it. You got a guy in the White House right now that thinks everything has to be paid for. That it's all a transaction. And the real transaction here is goodwill. We've gained so much off this goodwill over this time. It keeps us from fighting wars. We don't have to buy bullets. Because we bought grain. We bought food. We bought vaccinations for all these people. They remember that. You can say, they don't care about us, they just take whatever we get. It doesn't work that way. When you give, some of it comes back. We're moving away from that now. We've got these complete dingbats going in. Well, I'm going to save money, I'm going to save money. You're not going to save money in the long run. You're going to lose. I hope we can deal with this. I hope there's enough people in this country that will say no. But I'm not sure that's true anymore. An entire political party is just completely co-opted by this. We're going to save money. We're going to save money. Money doesn't mean nothing. when it comes to worldwide problems that we try to deal with. The money isn't important. We can get the money. All we need to do is tax those idiots that are running the frickin' government now. Elon Musk. Tax him. Tax the ones that are fat. They're the ones that gain the most off of us. And they're the ones that can pay for it. But we won't. We're going to cut their taxes more. Okay. I guess I'm going to have to stop there. That's it on this one.